Hello guys, how are you doing? In this particular video, I'm going to be showing you something amazing that I can do in Capture One instead of me going to Photoshop to do everything. This can just be something small that you just know during the process of editing your picture, you just want to make some part brighter, some part darker, and you want to make some color pop in some areas and the other. If you have watched some other YouTube videos, you notice that some Capture One users, they are very good in making everything happen inside Capture One. But for the fact that I've been using Photoshop for long, I feel like I can do everything in Photoshop instead of doing in Capture One. So in this particular video, I'm going to be showing you how this can be done inside of Photoshop. So inside of Capture One. So let's look for an image. We are going to be working with this image. So I am just going to clear this. I'm going to clear that. So that you know that this is how the image is. So the only thing I did here was to use my background to do a lot of adjustment for the image. This is how I shot the image, although it's not really how I shot the image, but once a Capture One sees a raw image, he knows how to add contrast to it when you bring it to Capture One. So we'll just work with this that I've done some brightness and bring up my shadows and the rest to bring the image to this point. So at this point now, the next thing we are going to do is to come to this adjustment layout. If you don't know how to bring up this adjustment layout, come here. You can either use new or fill. So what I have now is a cleared adjustment layout. If I on the mask, you will not notice anything. I'm pressing my M now, but you will not notice anything. So for you to fill it up, because what I want to do, I need to fill it up. For you to fill it up, you have to come to fill mask. Once you do that, you now see that it is already working based on the fact that the exposure was brought down, and any adjustment that you do here now will be obvious on the image. So let's reset everything and press M. When you press M, you notice that the mask is covering everywhere. So whatever you do now will affect everything, but that's not what we want. So we are going to use our eraser brush to just come here and just paint the areas that we want to remove from the mask. So we are going to paint like this. So when I do that, you notice that it took some time to load, and this is what I have. The amazing thing about using this method is that you can decide to just paint a particular area off. You can decide to just paint here off, which is not what I want for this particular video, but I'm just showing you that it is possible that you can paint a particular area off and work with the leftover areas. So at this point now, I can turn off my mask by pressing M. And when I do that, I can now bring down the brightness in the other areas. Don't do it too much, because if you do it too much, it will be too obvious and it will be looking so fake and not nice. So I'll just bring it down a little. Then also see if I can a little bit bring down the highlight. I like my whites up, but for this image, I'm going to take down my whites. So this is one of the methods, and it works very well for me. The reason why I like using this method is because this is like using brush in Photoshop with your mask, where you can mask out the areas where you want. There are two other options that you can also use. Let me come up with a new empty layout. Then I use the second method, which is this gradient. If I draw a gradient from up to down, it will just help me reduce light in that area. Then if I come down here and do the same, you notice that the one above has left the image. That is the reason why I don't like this particular method. So since this particular method doesn't work, you might decide to want to use the circle, which is this one. This, you can just place it in the area where you want, make it bigger, decide to change it to the shape where you want. But the only reason why I don't like this particular method is that you cannot brush the particular areas where you don't want. It has to be circle or one of these funny shapes. That is the only reason why I don't like this method. But this method is also cool. So doing this now, you can also create a new empty layout and add to another area and decide to want to brighten that area also. Sorry, this is an empty layout, so I am just going to fill it first of all. I am going to fill it. Sorry, this is an empty layout, so I'm going to press my M. This is what I'm doing now. So for me to get what I really want, I will need to invert it, because this is the part I want the brightness to be. I want it bright, but if I want it darker, it's fine. If I want it darker, I might just, if I want the other place is darker, I might just do this or bring this part up. It will not affect that area. But if I want the inside to be where I want to work on, I will just have to just come to the adjustment, then invert it. Once I invert it, everything I do affect the other areas and leave that area alone. Hope this video was educating and simple for you to understand. If this video has helped you in any way, make sure you drop a like. I noticed that a lot of persons are watching the videos and they are commenting and they are appreciating, but you don't like. Please give me a like. That would also help me. Once again, I thank you and God bless you for watching the video. See you in another video. Peace.